Welcome to Blind Bourbon and Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host Lindsey and this is John, risking his liver to discover new bourbons. We base our reviews off of a 25-point scale we developed and then multiply that by 4 to get up to 100. We start with 5 points for smell, then 10 points for taste, then 5 for the finish, and 5 points combined for the look of the bottle and the liquid inside. Now on to the review.
All right, guys, back again. So we are doing a blind tasting tonight. I'm excited about this one. I'm gonna see how it goes.
Well, I took a 4-ounce pour, so I'm feeling it. She's trying to clear up my sinuses today.
His allergies have been really bad. That's why I picked this one.
Burned my hair off too.
That's been gone for a while. Anyway, so another one that we picked, doesn't know what it is. He's been tasting it for a little bit. He's feeling it a little bit. He's got some good guesses and some good stuff going on. So what are we smelling with this one?
I get cinnamon right off the bat. Like a sugary cinnamon, like the atomic bomb candies.
Like the cinnamon
The fireballs,
jawbreakers, yeah.
It's high proof. I can tell on the nose. Get a little bit of spearmint, maybe wintergreen.
I'm pulling mint out a lot.
Yeah. A little bit of tobacco. Pretty good amount of oak, too. It smells like it has some age to it. It's almost perfect. There is a beard hair floating in there.
Gross.
Ew.
Happy you're drinking that.
I give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a little too alcohol-y on the smell.
Okay.
Hopefully that alcohol dissolves that hair in there.
Oh. Gross.
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's really
I smell
good.
it. It smells good. I
It's
do smell
strong.
cinnamon too, even over here. But it's interesting. How about the taste? Whoop, whoop.
It's spicy. It's hot. I get strong oak. Very strong oak.
Did you get the beard hair out?
Not yet. Burning my throat. It's good.
Okay.
I really like it. Great. It tastes like a barrel proof.
Okay.
It's very strong flavors. It doesn't have a ton of flavors.
But there's definitely some distinct ones you can pull
The
out.
cinnamon definitely comes through. It's not as sweet as the smell though.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of sweetness. I can't really get any. I can't get what flavor that sweetness is, but it's a little weak.
Okay.
The rye, I don't feels like rye, but it doesn't have the normal rye burn.
Okay.
There's a burn in the back, but it's not on the tongue like I usually get with rye.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I get.
Okay.
Cinnamon, oak, strong
bit of rye,
alcohol, a little bit of
alcohol.
rye.
Okay. What do you give it?
8 out of 10.
Okay.
It's really good. Maybe a little bit proofy for me. I do like barrel proofs. I like high proofs. I'm not 100% sure if it's a barrel proof yet, but it tastes a little too proofy.
Okay.
So 8 out of 10.
That's fair, I think,
Yeah.
for what you're saying. I mean, not everything that's up there and high in taste necessarily has a bunch of different flavor notes and stuff. I mean, if it tastes good, it tastes good.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. So,
It does taste
I
good.
mean, you were only pulling 3 or 4 different flavors out of there,
Yeah.
but it tastes good
a little
to you.
bit more
So
complexity would
we'll
really
do it a
change
little better.
this.
Okay.
Which maybe at the end we'll add a little drop or two of water, see what it does to this one.
Okay. All right, so on to the finish.
Finish is hot, and I haven't taken a sip in about a minute, maybe. And it's still strong. I can feel it on my mouth. I can taste the oak still. It's got a pretty good hug. It's pleasing and warming. Not overwhelming, but it's gripping.
Okay.
It still feels like it has a good amount of age. Burns the whole mouth, the gums, the tongue.
Yep.
My nose is running.
Yep.
I like it. It's not perfect. So I give it a 4 out of 5. And I still get that cinnamon on the finish too. It stays there. So 4 out of 5. Really good, but not perfect.
Okay. How about the look? I like this bourbon. It looks very pretty. It's got nice legs.
Thick legs just
It's like syrupy.
Yeah.
Just slowly starts coming down. That's nice.
It barely even moves. Just sticks to the glass. Everything about it screams really high proof to me. Color is dark.
I think the beard hair is affecting it.
The beard hair is extra points. I'll judge the color in the bottle.
Okay.
So on to the reveal.
What do you guess?
See,
Do you need, let me do.
the guess is the hard part. The smell reminded me of Weller 107.
Okay.
Very spicy, but I didn't get rye. But
Okay.
when I tasted it, it feels hotter than that. So Elijah Craig barrel proof is my guess.
No.
Is it a barrel proof?
You should probably double check the color because we do not have a bottle of this. I mean, we have 4 bottles of it, but not of this one.
So it is a Booker's.
It is a Booker's.
And it's the one that I kept a sample of, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is Booker's Kitchen Table. Personally, if he's ever mean enough to do a blind tasting of this for me, the bottle will get full points and beyond. This is my all-time favorite bottle. There's kind of a funny story with this. It's not really funny. It's nostalgic for me. I don't know if he'll remember because his memory's about this big.
I remember the 2016 Booker's that you bought.
One of the first really big things that I got for John and I have a really kind of goofy backstory, and maybe one of these days we'll go into that a little bit. But John was kind of like my saving grace when everything I thought my world was like crashing around me. So one of the things that like I really wanted to do when I met John, he was drinking Old Crow. Guys, oof, my heart. But that was his daily drinker. That's what he drank. And if he went up a little bit, it was Elijah Craig, and that was expensive. And when John met me, I was pregnant and had a 3-year-old, so we were penny pinchers. But he just drank Old Crow because that's what was affordable, and he enjoyed it.
I drank it mixed. I couldn't drink it neat.
No, he didn't drink neat back then. But one of the things that he told me was that he really enjoyed Booker's. He had it before, and it was hard to find, and it was really expensive, so he was never going to buy it. And once we had gotten our trailer here and gotten situated and had the baby and everything was good to go and whatnot, one of the first big purchases that I made for John was buying him Booker's. He was super ecstatic, and I think he had that bottle for like a year and a half or so. Like he kept it for a little while. He savored that bottle.
Wait, like
the first
juice
one
in
I
it?
bought, yeah. Year 2016 bottle.
Okay.
He savored that one for a little while because it's an $80 bottle. It's a little expensive.
It was $65 back then.
Yeah.
Which was a lot back then, and now it's 80, sometimes 90 plus here in Michigan.
So it was a little tough, but this was one of the first, this wasn't the first one, but one of the first things that I bought that was on the pricier end that I knew John wanted. So Booker's will always have a little special tinge in our hearts. But John always loves it. So we actually got all of the 2018s and one 2017. So we've been kind of collecting those, and like we like to keep them around. John's kind of stingy about opening them, but
I
we
finished
do.
this one a couple months ago, and I kept a sample.
Yep.
Mainly a little bit for just because I loved it, and a little
It was
bit
a good
for
bottle.
a review. You still can find this one in the store,
Yeah,
so I'm not
we can
super
find
worried.
kitchen table. I don't like Booker's. It's too proofy for me. John and I try every bottle when John brings them home or I bring them home. We always crack it open together and try it. I don't like trying Booker's. It kills me. It's too proofy for me. This one, I don't even know if I can see. I think it's 64 proof, so it's 128 proof.
It's up there. I was thinking 125 plus.
Yeah, so it's 128 proof, so it's really proofy, and that is way too proofy for me, so it's really tough, but it has a lot of good notes in it. That is one thing I will say about Booker's, is it's unique and it's beautiful, and it's complexity and simplistic at its best. It's just awesome juice. It's so diverse, and they always do 4 batches every year, so you can always,
Sometimes
it's usually
3,
floating
sometimes
around.
5 or 6.
Yep. It's always floating around, so it's really cool.
I actually really liked this batch when we first got it. We got it at around Christmas time, and then I got my teeth pulled, and I was craving it, and I couldn't drink for a week. And then what is it called?
He got dry socket.
Then I got dry socket, and I had to scrape that out, and I couldn't drink another week.
It was like
So I couldn't
3
really
or 4
savor
weeks
the bottle.
before he could drink.
I had to wait on this.
Yeah.
But it
But it
wasn't
made
my
it better.
favorite. 2015s and 16s knocked it out of the park for me.
Yeah.
Had them in bars, and I had a couple bottles. But we're going to take a break, look at our rating scale before I give points on the color and bottle, because that will be full points for all that.
Okay.
And we'll take that break, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so we're back.
And I do still have the bottle from the one that she bought me that year. It is badge C06B-15. No idea what all that means, but it
No
was
idea.
from 2015. I keep all my empties, so I still have this one.
We do.
Not all the cheap empties, but unique ones like this one I do.
Yes. So we're gonna move on here to this a second. I'm gonna move that. Don't dump that. This is why this is one of my favorite all-time ever. There's nothing that's gonna beat this for me ever. I don't think. I would buy all of these that I find if I could, just because of how they're displayed. If that tells you anything. John will drink them,
She won't
but I'll
drink
buy
it,
them.
but she'll buy them. Not complaining.
So this is the side of them. It says Booker's on it. It's like wood burned in there. And then this is really awesome. It says Booker No on the back, and it has a little picture of him. It says on the bottom, Booker's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, distilled and bottled by James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
No one wants to see my face. It's okay.
He's ugly anyway. It's okay. I still love him. So you slide this wonderful little piece of plastic up. And this is really cool. It's like copper colored. Look, you can see you through it. It says Booker's Uncut and Unfiltered Small Batch Bourbon Mash. Now, I don't know how long they've been doing this, but the other one did not come with all this fancy stuff in it. So you feel like you're going to rip the bottle apart when you pull it out. But when you pull them out, they have these cute little like shelving. Oh, you can see it really well right there. That like holds it in there, which is really cool. These boxes are just, they're so stupid and simple, but I love them. I would pay the $90 just for the box, but $80, whatever. So this is the bottle. It's wax sealed at the top and has a little bee embroidered on there with the yarn
Ribbon.
Now they still do the sticker thing like the old one, but they have the different batches and they name them. So like this was Kitchen Table from 2018. This is the 4th batch that they did. It tells you that the age of it is 6 years, 8 months, and 7 days, down to the day. It tells you that it's 64% alcohol volume, 128 proof, and then it's signed by Booker No. His signature's on it.
There's a little bit of the story if you want to read that.
So, also, I'm getting there. He's pressuring me, guys. So, with all of the different batches, they send you these little cards. And it's the top part is like the sticker that's on the bottle. And then it tells you the batch story and the master distiller's notes. So I'll read through a little bit of this because there's a lot on here. But the batch story is, I'm proud and pleased to release the 4th and final batch of Booker's Bourbon 2018 collection, batch 2018-04, called Kitchen Table. This batch is named in honor of the iconic family heirloom that played an essential role in the creation of my dad's namesake bourbon 30 years ago. The kitchen table was always one of Dad's favorite places in our home. It was the same one that my great-granddaddy Jim Beam also used, and it holds a lot of memories to our family. There, Dad liked to read the newspaper, tinker with his projects, and notably is where he gathered close family and friends to help him select batches of his namesake whiskey. Eventually, Mom had to get a bigger table so everyone could fit. Nowadays, I still carry on Dad's tradition by gathering with our Booker's Round Table, a select group of whiskey writers and enthusiasts, to help me select a batch or so each year. Today, the iconic table is back where it belongs in our family's kitchen, just in time for Dad's birthday and the upcoming holiday season. I hope you'll join me in raising a glass of Booker's Kitchen Table in tribute to the very place where Booker's began. Fred No, Beam family 7th generation master distiller. So I just think that that's kind of cool that they're giving you a little insight into their family and a little history on what's going on and where it's coming from, and that the table that is there is actually being used. And it's interesting because you think putting kitchen table, some of the names on these bottles are a little weird.
Not a big fan of the new shiny barrel, but
we'll see.
Maybe there's a story behind it.
Maybe
I don't know.
We'll find out eventually, I guess. We'll have to get our hands on 2019s are coming out. They've already got 2 batches out, so we'll have to start hunting around and find a couple of those. But I mean, it's just iconic. It's really cool how they do things, and I really like how they present it now, and how they just tell you everything about it. So it's really cool.
All right, so you done blabbing on? I'm gonna give my rating on the color and the look. It's gonna give full points, 5 for the color and look together. I mean, it's uncut, it's unfiltered. Get a little bit of floaties, a little sediment because it's straight from the barrel.
Cut it out of the barrel.
It is a small
and pour
batch,
it
so
in.
it is blended, and they take like barrels from sometimes 5 or 6 different areas and many floors in a warehouse.
John took my little note card away. But it does say that on the back of there. It says there's like 7 different, from barrel of this, from warehouse, whatever. So it does tell you where all the barrels come from that are in that bottle
It's a little
that you bought.
expensive, but it's worth it.
It is very much so worth it. This is definitely one. It is not a showpiece. It's not a, wow, look at me kind of thing. You can
I think
find
it's a
it.
showpiece.
Yeah, but you can find it. It's not rare. It's not hard to come by.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where if you like the higher proof like John does, I mean, I knew he was going to give full points on everything pretty much with the look of
That's
it
close.
because he does really enjoy it.
It's not perfect.
I think you've told me a couple times before, though. I'm talking about the look of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look is perfect.
He's told me a couple times before when we get the bottles and stuff.
I have
He's
some
like,
stories
this just
about
looks,
the look of it, so.
This just looks like perfect bourbon to me, and it does. It has a very nice color and a very nice tone. Everything about it is very pretty. So.
All right, can you show off your education and add up the math and times it by 4?
So you're giving it 5 as full?
Yeah, 5 on the color and the look, 4 on the finish, 8 on the taste,
16 and a half, and then
plus 4.5.
so 21 and a half. So 86. 86 out of 100. That's up there. What? Oh, you got a blank stare.
What is
I don't
it?
like
What
it.
number?
86.
86.
86 out of 100.
I'm gonna double check your math. I've
Every
had too
time.
much alcohol. I can't math in my head right now. So 4.5 plus 8 plus 4 plus 5 times 4. I messed up on a calculator. I can't even add in a calculator. We'll
We need to
probably
take a
just
break.
agree with her numbers.
4 times 4.
So 86.
Hmm.
So that it does rate higher than the other batch that you had me blind taste. I think that one was like around 80 to 82 ish.
Yeah, that was Kentucky Chew.
Yeah.
But I know we had both of those bottles opened at the same time, and I know that when we opened this one, you said that you enjoyed this one a lot more than you did the other one. Which, I mean, that's the best
Some
thing about
batches are
Booker's
amazing.
is
Some
they're
batches
all
are still good, but
they're all different.
never had a bad batch though.
So
a little bit of stories about
now he gets to
the
pour.
bottle. Booker didn't just want to be different. He picked a wine bottle. He is a frugal guy. He didn't believe in getting tastes out of anything. He just said bourbon tastes like bourbon, nothing else. Good bourbon tastes like good bourbon, bad tastes like bad. He started this brand out just giving it to friends and family. It was a hit, so he just wanted to cheaply sell it. Cheapest bottle he could get was a wine bottle. And that's why it's in a wine bottle.
But the way they do it, I mean, ugh.
Yeah, they've really turned it into great.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some of their boxes, I think it was the 25th or 30th anniversary. It was actually made out of wood from like a rick house floor. The box was.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there too. I mean, they have the anniversary ones. They have the little books. They have, I mean,
Little Book is different. Little Book is Booker's grandson.
Right, and it's, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And I really like that one too.
There's different stuff, but they're all pretty much doing the same thing, and it is pretty good stuff. If you like high proof. But
So 86.
86 out of 100 for Booker's
86
kitchen
for
table.
Booker's that 86 because this is all I got left. Gonna have to find another bottle really fast.
They're around. I'm sure we'll find one.
All right.
We got to pick up a couple other ones too. So
videos are getting longer.
Oh, sorry. All right, guys, there you have it. 86 out of 100 for Booker's kitchen table. If you can find it, definitely grab it. I think so far it's our favorite out of the 2018 series. So we'll see as we crack into the other ones.
Yeah.
But there you have it.
So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.